Hello, this is Boba Fett, and I am aboard the Slave One to show you my showcase of 6-scale figures. Of course, I am a bounty hunter, but I also hunt for action figures. With my viewfinder, I've collected many, many great figures from Marvel to DC and of course Star Wars. So I would like all you YouTubers, collectors to come see my collection that I have aboard my Slave One. No disintegrations, right? Thought I'd put that in there. So let's look at my 6-scale collection that I gained by bounty hunting. So up first is the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I got it from Terminator 1, Terminator 2, and of course the amazing endoskeleton. So cool, so creepy. So this is the Terminator 2 Battle Damage version, DX. DX means it was kind of their deluxe line for a while. Has a lot of items with them typically, and this is no different. There's 2 different head sculpts and a few other pieces, a lot of weapons. I go typically with my figures pure battle damage. So with this one you can see like the heads all damaged. A lot of the skin's off. You can see the exposed endoskeleton, which is so cool. Like that's so cool. You can see the knee, the exposed knee. I mean, it sucks for him, of course, but it's just a cool look. And then the arm, of course, got ripped off by the T-1000. A lot of detail on that. Just so much detail on this. And then this is it next to the 1984 Terminator 1 version. This is the battle damage version as well for this particular figure. This is more like the look that he had during the shootout in the film. So badass. You know, you gotta have him with all the weapons and the gargoyle glasses. And this is him with both the Arnie's with the T-1000. Again, it's a pretty old figure, this one. But still really good. I mean, it's so cool. The liquid metal bullet holes and the liquid metal knife. It's a really cool look. Now this is another Terminator piece. The quarter scale endoskeleton. It's amazing. I mean, so much detail. With the gun, I guess it's from Terminator 2. They never shown with that plasma rifle in the first film. But really well detailed. It's got die-cast parts. Very creepy looking, which is great because I always found the endoskeleton very creepy. It's really cool. Okay, and then this is Batman, Joker from '89 Batman. First up is the Joker, of course, because he's the best. He stole the show. Jack Nicholson. I mean, it's great. Again, this is another DX figure. And it comes with a lot. With these figures, I'm not showing everything that they come with. I'm just showing one of the poses, or the poses that I put them in, how I display them. But this guy comes with a ton. It's even more than what you see. But great likeness to Jack Nicholson. I mean, the suit is so cool. Look with the purple, very colorful. Again, it's a creepy looking figure. Like his face in the movie, he was a creepy Joker. Scary for a young person like me when I watched it. But yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. Another angle of it. I just think it has held up well because again, it's an older figure, but a great one. And then this is the '89 Batman. Love all the black on it. It just looks so like very accurate to the film. The colors are amazing. The cape isn't the best, but it's like anything else. You can get it to look good if you futz it enough. Great likeness to Michael Keaton. I mean, mind you, it's only his lower jaw and eyes, but I mean, it does what it does. It's an amazing likeness, and it's a really top figure. Again, with the battle damage and the blood, they look great together. I mean, it's great representative of that amazing Tim Burton '89 Batman movie. Just a great pair of figures. And then this is the quarter scale Bale or Nolan series Bale Batman. I mean, it's great. I just really wanted one figure from that franchise, and this is it. It just has a lot of extras with it, and I mean, in quarter scale, it just really stands out. And then now RoboCop, one of my favorite films, and some of my favorite figures. This one is the standard, clean, die-cast RoboCop. Absolutely love it. I mean, I love the character. I love the film. Always in my top. I think it will always be in my top 5, no matter what new figures I get. But it's great. And a lot of people had trouble with the color when it came out. I think in the film, if you see stills of it, he's a bit more of like a blue turquoise, like more hints of blue. It's not like he was fully blue, but I still love how this came out. It looks so, just seeing it in this video, it just looks so powerful. Like, it's just such a cool design. And he looks like he's ready to kill some perps. And I don't know if that movie would work nowadays, but because it's pretty ultra violent and he has no remorse for the bad guys. But nonetheless, it's very good. And again, it's just like Batman. They do a lot with just the lower jaw on this guy to get the likeness of Peter Weller. And I mean, it really brings it to life. I just love that shine. Like, just looking at it now, it does have some of that purple and blue, but not quite enough for some people. But he looks cool. Now this one is amazing as well. A lot of detail. Now it's not die cast, but so what? I mean, the detail on it is phenomenal. It's fully battle damaged. It's like, looks like, I mean, at the end of the movie, he had gone through Ed 209, the SWAT team. He got beaten up so many times in that film. And this is what you get. It's highly detailed, and the best part of it, and there's a lot of great things about this figure, is that head sculpt, which, again, that's Peter Weller, who was the actor, played RoboCop, and they nailed it. I mean, they got the lower jaw. I guess they started with that with the die cast, and then when they got the full reveal, they definitely had his likeness down. And mind you, that's his face peeled off and put onto a robotic skull. They never mentioned in the movie, but it's in the behind the scenes. And you can see that, like, it's like literally like the face is stretched over that robotic skull, and it's just so much detail. So much detail. It's amazing. I mean, I love that back. That back part's amazing. Anyways, it comes in a 2-pack, which is an amazing set. I think it's like one of the best Hot Toys sets ever made. And it comes with just regular, before he's RoboCop, Murphy. Again, that's an amazing piece as well. Very underrated. But yeah, this is the 3 together. 3 of my favorite figures. I mean, from RoboCop, it was essential for me. For me as a fan, I had to have all 3 of these. Like, they're phenomenal and always will be some of my top pieces. And then I just wanted to show how I display them. I think it looks great. I mean, like, especially in the cabinet with the lighting from the DTOF. I mean, it just looks amazing. It gives it so much detail, so lifelike. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to show what is one of my greatest pieces in my collection, Robocop. And Ed 209. I also have this piece. And I'm just showing him with Black Series, Probe Droid, and a Fans Toys Astro Train Transformer. Just because. But the Ed 209 is pretty good. I mean, I'm a Robocop fan, so I had to have it. But yeah. Iron Man. I have a good amount of Iron Man. Not as many as completists, of course, but I think I'm up to like, well, including War Machine, 9, maybe 8 or 9. The Mark 6, it's great. It's an amazing piece. If you don't have a die-cast Iron Man, you have to have at least one in your collection, and there's a lot of really top ones right now, and this is one of them. And again, you have to put it with all that battle damage. The Mark 46 from Civil War. Love it. Love the design. I've always said that I think, for me, the sleek design that Iron Man ended up having in the later films, wasn't a big fan of it. I found this was perhaps the best blend of the kind of the robotic suits from the Mark 3 to 7, and as well as kind of being more sleek. It's amazing. I mean, it's just, the suit looks so great. And I mean, I don't know what it is, I love that battle damage chest part. You know, obviously that was Cap's shield that was in there. Yeah, it's such a nice piece. That chest part, man, like the detail on that is beautiful. And the head sculpt, of course, head sculpt is through the roof great. Another piece that I love is the Mark 7, sorry. I was about to say Mark 47, but Mark 7. I mean, this thing had a lot of cred for it. It was from the Avengers movies, which was hugely popular. And it was a super powerful suit, and you can see it in the way that it's built. It looks like a pit bull, and there's a lot of weapons, a lot of options with it. And that's always fun as a collector, to have options. These are two of the other ones that I actually enjoy. The Mark 5 on the right, Mark 3 on the left. Mark 3 not a lot of people like, but I actually, for some reason, really love it. And it's not just the suit, I mean the Hot Toys. And the Mark 5 is just so detailed and unique amongst, if you have a lot of red and gold Iron Man, it's really cool to have one with a bit different of a color scheme. War Machine. Who doesn't love War Machine? Okay, War Machine, I've loved them since I had the original comic, I think. The very first issue where he appears, which was Tony Stark wearing it. And, you know, he's a tank. That's the way he really should look. And I think of all the MCU suits, the one that looks most like the tank from the comic book is the Mark 1 War Machine. And it's definitely a tank. The actual thing is heavy. If you threw that at somebody, you might have to get sent to jail because it might hurt them very badly. It's heavy, and it's so much weapons on that. I'm not saying don't throw anything around. I'm not, for the two people that are watching this. But I mean, look at the detail on that. There's tremendous amount of detail. The minigun, it just is phenomenal. And the base is really cool too, actually. I love the base with the hammer drone torso there. And again, look at that. I always have to have that battle damage on there if I can. And this one is beautiful with the bullet holes. It's just a tremendous piece. And then this one from Civil War as well. As well as the Mark 46. This is the Mark 3 War Machine. It's great. It's a bit sleeker than the Mark 1 War Machine, but it's still very bulky. And there's a ton of weapons on it. You have, shoulder rockets. You got like a few like chest rockets. Oh, that beautiful. Just like the 46, the battle damage chest. It's like they were from Civil War. Battle damage chest pieces were in or something. The baton. The sculpt's pretty great too. The Don Cheadle head sculpt's amazing. And then he's got the minigun on the shoulder. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird angle. And there's the two together. It's beautiful. Like the two of them are great. I have the Mark II as well, which I'll show in a sec. But these two are I love them so much. They're such good pieces and both heavy AF. So Mark II on the right. I'm gonna talk mostly about the left piece, which is the Whiplash Mark II. Very underrated. I don't know. I don't see a lot of people with it. I got it for below retail, which is crazy. It's heavy. It's beautiful. It's detailed. It has a great face sculpt of Mickey Rourke. Underrated. I don't know why it's not as top. And then the Mark II on the right. Great. I still like it, even though it's. Anyways. Darth Vader, baby. Now, this is a Darth Vader that. So Sideshow body, Hot Toys, A New Hope, helmet. Why did I go with Sideshow body? Well, for one thing, I was able to get the A&H or A New Hope helmet cheap, but I had a Sideshow anyways. The helmet was not as good as this one, but the body on it I thought was thick, broad, tall, large, and in charge. Presence is like 95% of Vader to me. And I thought that the body on it was better than the Hot Toys versions, especially the Empire Strikes Back. I find it's kind of like smaller or meek T-Rex arms type of thing. And this one, it doesn't. Oh, Mandalorian. I think you all know who that is. Based on me, Boba Fett. You know, they basically took me and made it super popular and left me in the dust until season 2. But no, in all seriousness, this is beautiful. This blew me away. I actually got this as a gift from my wife. Big surprise. It made me feel like I was a kid at Christmas again. She somehow hid it from me. When I opened it, I could not believe it. And the thing is absolutely amazing. I mean, it definitely has that like old Western feel, with the kind of like the coloring, and it's kind of dirtied, and even the weapons and just everything about it. And it's cool because I mean, this is the first way we see him, right? He eventually has the full Beskar, which is I'm also getting eventually. But this is that first image we got from the promotional stills, and I mean, look at what became of Mando. Now, Boba Fett. Me. Boba Fett. This is a great piece as well. So, with the Boba Fett Deluxe, you basically get one figure, but you get extra pieces to make a pre-production version of Boba Fett. That was never in the film, but it was pre-production. I had a Sideshow already, so I just put the Empire Strikes Back, like the one that was actually in the film's helmet from Hot Toys, on that. And I mean, it looks phenomenal. I love the way, actually, I'm proud of this pose, like the way that his cape is draped over his arm, and the way he's kind of like, you know, how Boba Fett is, or how I am. He's poised and ready to attack. Now this is on the right. This is the pre-pro version. Different helmet. It has some different detailing. And the gauntlets are obviously different. I think it's cool. I mean, I like the fact that they're different figures and it gives them different looks. Yeah, I mean, it's a great set. Even if you just have one, it's 2 thumbs up. I mean, it's Boba Fett, right? The Emperor, the ultimate evil in Star Wars. Now, this is him with Vader and the Royal Guard. I'll kind of like go over the Royal Guard too. I mean, if you have the Emperor, you have to have a Royal Guard. It's kind of cool. It's just like, it's always cool to see him flanked by guards. But this is a great piece. I mean, it just, you know, it feels like it was ripped right out of the film. The large portion of this figure, it's not a whole lot going on detail wise. Um, but it's the face sculpt, and the face sculpt is great. It's got that kind of sinister smile that he has for all of Return of the Jedi, essentially. I would have liked to have had like another face sculpt though, maybe a neutral one or an angry one, but I mean it's great nonetheless. And it comes with actually some Force lightning, but I just like imposed kind of minimalist. Troopers, just a couple ones I really like on the left. Surprisingly, I only have one figure from Rogue One, which is crazy because I love that film. But it had to be the Death Trooper. I just, I could go on and on about how much I love the designs in Rogue One, but Death Trooper was amazing. Very welcome into the franchise. And on the right, what he has in his hand, kind of, which is weird. The Stormtrooper. It's like a figure holding a figure with a figure next to. I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of existential thing going on there. And then, back to Vader. Why? Because this is going to be a long dialogue about this figure because I absolutely love it. Of all my bounties, this is the Grail. Quarter scale Vader. This is beautiful. It's perfection to me. Now I know it's like anything else, there's experts in these things and they'll be like, this isn't the way that Vader exactly looked from the movie. But, I mean, damn, like to me, I love this character and I've seen the movie millions of times and every time I look at it, I kind of think Vader's going to force choke me right there and then, because I think it's him. But it's just crazy, man. It's so good. The base is kind of cool. It's not, the face sculpt. This is Anakin. Highly detailed. It comes with it, obviously. It's because this is from Return of the Jedi, so there's that scene where he reveals his face to Luke.
A quick video.
But I mean, who would put that face sculpt on? Because it's great Vader. And it's amazing, but to me, to everybody, Vader is the helmet. The helmet is iconic.
It's a beautiful piece.
And this is a nice pose. I like this pose.
Getting him.
He's kind of lunging at you, and he's mid-swing.
I would say get him. He's pretty amazing.
And it's cool. I mean, the base is a bit strange, a little bit. It's very high. I almost would have liked like the ESB or the Empire Strikes Back base style with this one, which wouldn't make sense because it's Return of the Jedi, but you know what I mean? Maybe something from the Death Star. Like a rail or something. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's great. I mean, this one, it was expensive. Obviously, it's quarter scale, and there is a lot going on here. Not a lot with it, but I mean, obviously a lot of parts, and I can understand the high price tag, but I had to have it. I mean, to have a quarter scale, fully posable, Hot Toys Vader, I mean, just look at it like that. It looks like a right out from the movie. It's so great. Definitely one of my greatest pieces. Yeah. Of course, another quarter scale is Boba Fett that I have. Return of the Jedi. Pretty cool piece. I love it, and I mean it's cool. It comes with a sail barge display base. I think it's great. It's phenomenal. I will take a time out to say that the 3 Grail pieces I want in quarter scale: Vader, Boba Fett, quarter scale Stormtrooper. They have to do it. I want that so bad. I think they're the 3 most iconic designs from Star Wars, and I'm hoping to get them all in quarter scale. A couple other figures that I have to round it out: Chewbacca from The Force Awakens and Predator. The Chewbacca out of the box is terrible. I made it that it looks decent. I don't know. You guys can comment. The one person watching, you can comment. And then the Predator kind of has some custom pieces on it, but I love that one too. All right, so just want to wrap it up. Boba Fett had to leave. I'm TK 3327. And I just wanted to say that they really have to make a quarter scale version of me. They need that quarter scale stormtrooper. Anyways, I just want to say thank you for watching. Boba Fett had to leave, but I really appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed my figure collection. Take care.